Working with those, 3 Hall of Fame coaches, and Doc, Larry, and Rick, I love them, but, also been fortunate enough being a New England person to, see Bill Belichick, and what he does in football, and always been a big fan of Tom Coughlin, who was at Boston College when I was there, and Bill Parcells, which is kind of all the same football tree. So those guys, outside of basketball, had a big impact on me. Brendan O'Connor, I'm assistant coach for the LA Clippers. I grew up in New Hampshire, born in Manchester. I'm the youngest of 5, got an oldest sister and 3 older brothers. We played everything back then, soccer, hockey, up being from the Northeast, basketball, baseball, pretty much anything that was going on in the neighborhood, we played it. I wanted to be Larry Bird when I, coming from that area, but I found out pretty quick that wasn't going to happen. So then, like I said, my dad was a coach, so that was kind of the path I wanted to go. My first job was with Eric Musselman in the USBL. He hired me as an assistant coach, and then eventually I worked for him in the NBA, but from there I was in the CBA also with Eric Musselman and Mark Hughes, and then through Mark I had met Joe Dumars, and he ended up hiring me as a scout with the Pistons. I guess I'm not that young anymore, but I've been real lucky in terms of working for championship coaches, and Doc. I was fortunate enough to win a championship with Larry Brown in Detroit. Also worked for Rick Carlisle, championship coach in Detroit as well. You take something from all the people you work for. Eric Musselman really taught me the pro game to begin with, so a ton of my base is through him. Two boys love basketball, so I'm at a lot of their games, and my daughter's into gymnastics, so I spend a lot of time at gyms when I'm away from basketball. My oldest son, he's a ball boy pretty regularly. We got a great tradition here with the Clippers that when we win a game, the kids can come into the locker room. So over 5 years, we've won a lot of games. So they got, they've built some great relationships with the guys. The guys treat them like family, and they just love being around the team. I think anybody that does it, would always eventually like to have their own team, put some of their own imprints on it, other than being an assistant coach. If you're persistent enough, it might take a while, but you're going to get a little opening, and then once you do have that opening, then it's just about putting the time and effort and preparation in, to create the next opportunity.